Hey everybody, I am really excited for writing today because we are going to be doing something really special these next couple of weeks. So do you remember our job in writing has been I can write an informative text with a topic and facts. So remember, we've been picking a topic to write about, and then we've been writing facts about our topic, something you can teach your reader. Well, guess what? We are going to take what we know about informative writing and we are going to publish our very own classroom book. So what that means is we're going to work together to make a real book. We're going to send it off to a publishing company who's going to turn it into a book that has a cover and it's full of all of our writing. So now that you're in the second half of kindergarten, you're halfway to first grade, and you're ready for this. So let me show you. Last year's friends in kindergarten published a book, and their book was all about animals. This is their book they made. So look, they have a cover page. It was called All About Animals. And this book was by my class. So it says Mrs. Polanin's Kindergarten. And then when I open it up, there's our title page. But then look. Here's writing from kindergartners just like you. But these kids were in kindergarten last year. Look at this. Can you believe that somebody that was in kindergarten wrote all of these words? Well, you are going to get to do that too, but our book is going to be about something different. We're going to write an informative book to teach our reader all about us. They're going to learn all about our class. So that's what our informative book will be about. So we are going to write facts that we could teach about ourselves. So we're going to first brainstorm things we could write about, and then we're going to turn that into some sentences. So let me move this so you can see what we're working on here. All right. Well, we're going to think of a few facts that we could teach next year's class about us because they won't know us. So we're going to teach them about us. So one thing you could teach is you could talk about what your favorite animal is. That's one idea. You could tell it what your favorite animal is. You could also talk about how old you are. So that's called your age. So I'm going to write age. You could tell how old you are. You could talk about what your hair color is. Hair color. That's one thing you could teach. Another idea I have is you could teach your reader something you are good at. So these are just some ideas of things you could teach somebody about yourself. You could teach them your favorite animal. You could teach them your age. That means how old you are. You could teach them your hair color, or you could teach them something you are good at. Now that's just a few ideas. If you have different ideas, that is awesome. So remember, good writers always begin by writing out their thoughts, and then they go back with their checklist to make sure that they have 4-star sentences. So that is really what we're going to be working on as we work to create this book to teach the reader about yourselves. Now, the coolest part about these books is when we're all done and we send it to the publisher, your parents will have the choice to buy the book, and then you might be able to take it home and keep one. So it's really fun. So today we're going to write our first fact about ourselves on page 1 of our books. Now, usually we start with the front cover, but we're going to wait until we have some facts before we make our cover this time. So remember, you are going to start on page 1. You're going to skip the cover. So let's pretend like we're on page 1. And I'm going to think about a fact I can teach about myself. Now, the first thing I want to teach my reader is what my name is. So I'm going to write, my name is Mrs. Polanin. Let's clap those words. My name is Mrs. Polanin. So let's start with my. That's M-Y. My name. And there's an E on the end because that A says its name. My name is, and I'm going to scoot this back so you can see a little bit more. There we go. My name is Mrs. Since it's my name, it starts with a capital M. Mrs. I'm out of space, so I'm going to go to the next line. Polanen. And I'm going to put a period at the end because that's the end of my first sentence. Let's read what we wrote. My name is Mrs. Polanen. Well, now I want to teach a fact about myself. I want to teach what my favorite color is. So I'm going to write my favorite color is pink. Let's clap out those words. My favorite color is pink. So look, we have a period, so we better put a finger space. And then since there's a period, we need to start with a capital. My finger space favorite or it. My favorite color is, and then I remember how to spell pink. P-I-N-K. I'm done with my sentence, so I need a period. My favorite color is pink. Now remember, good writers put their thoughts on paper and then they go back and check. So let's check our first sentence. My name is Mrs. Polanen. The first thing I want to do is check for finger spaces. I'm not just going to say I remembered. I'm going to actually go back with my finger and check. My name is Mrs. Polanen. Check. Did I start with a capital letter? Check. And did I end with punctuation? Check. Let's look at our next sentence. My favorite color is pink. So let's check for finger spaces. My favorite color is pink. Check. So I'm going to find that period. Did I start with a capital? Check. And did I end with punctuation? Check. Awesome. We've got 2 4-star sentences. Now remember, in order to be 4 stars, you have to be able to write 2 sentences all by yourself. So that means you are sounding out those words and putting down the sounds on your paper for what you hear. That is what is going to make you a better writer. So remember, you have to write it, but you also have to remember what you wrote. So a good trick for remembering what you wrote is really working hard on your sounds and also your pictures. So that will help you remember what you wrote. So your job is to write a fact about yourself on the first page of your book. Now remember, we are skipping the cover page and we're working on page 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with my name is whatever your name is. My name is And then you can add a fact about yourself on that same page. Okay, now remember, as you write, we have to fill up the whole first line before we move on to the next line. Even if our sentence isn't done, we still have to fill up the whole line before we go on to the next line. So what I want you guys to do is brainstorm what you want to teach the reader about yourself. But remember, you're going to start out by writing, my name is and then your first fact. Kindergartners, this is one of my favorite things to do all year, so I cannot wait to see what you create. Have fun writing.